Hello and welcome to God Does Have Favorites. Now, a lot of times we have an image or an idea of who God is. At least I did. I always looked at God as God. He was holy and I was unholy. He was in heaven, I was in earth, and He was watching me to see what I was doing. He wanted me to do right, and He was judging me whenever I did wrong. And as long as I thought like this, I was dying daily because these thoughts, these wrong beliefs, caused me to separate myself from Him. Because you see, in my mind, I would never get it right. I would never be worthy. And I would always be working, just trying to make it into heaven. With those thoughts, y'all, I couldn't enjoy life or my relationship with God because I was always striving, trying to get Him to love me. There were times when I thought, why try? I'll never be good enough because I keep repeating the same old sins. Then there was the enemy always attacking my thought life. Yes, he made sure I knew I was not worthy with things like, I don't know why you keep trying. You will never get it right. Or why would God love you as much as you miss it? Oh, the lies he told me to keep me bound and in doubt. But y'all, during this time, there was always another voice that was trying to affirm me. But because I was so used to listening to the voices and lies of doubt, it was very easy for me to continue believing those same lies. After all, they were a part of who I was. I had heard those voices all my life. They were familiar. You know those voices that I'm referring to. But there were moments that I would just cry and cry and cry, crying out to God because I wanted to get it right. I wanted to be holy and I just wanted to be loved by Him. And I remember reading once that Jesus had prayed to the Father, show them that you love them as much as you love me. Now, He didn't just pray, show them that you love them. He said, show them that you love them as much as you love me. Or, Father, show Monica that you love her as much as you love me. I mean, after all, if we don't believe God loves anybody else, we believe He loves Jesus. So I began to speak to myself. God loves me as much as He loves Jesus. And I know He loves Jesus. And then later on, I began to speak to myself that if God loves me as much as He loves Jesus, then He loves me as much as He loves my pastor and all the other ministers that I listen to. Because you see, I thought that since God was using them, that they had it all together and never missed it. So God loves them and He loves me, even though I keep missing it. And then eventually, God began to reveal Himself to me through scriptures like Psalms 103:18. He has removed my sins as far away from me as the east is from the west. And Jeremiah 31:3, I've never quit loving you, and I never will. Expect love, love, and more love. By using these scriptures, God was declaring His love and forgiveness to me. He was helping me to see that my sins didn't define me in His eyes. His love for me gave me my identity. He also used Colossians 3:2. Set your mind on things above, not on things on the earth. And Proverbs 23:7. As he thinks in his heart, so is he. I would meditate or think about these scriptures over and over, especially when I missed it. You know, I didn't realize at the time, but He was training me to control my thoughts. He was training me to think about and see myself the way He saw and thought about me. And y'all, I have two questions that I want you to ask yourself this week. Number one, how do I see myself? And number two, do I see myself the way God sees me? Because how you see yourself will determine how you carry yourself. How you see yourself will determine your choices. And how you see yourself will determine your perception of how others see you and how God sees you. So this week, take time and answer those questions. And I don't mean just answer, really think about it, because you may find that your thoughts don't line up with His. So when you answer, be honest with yourself, because it will reveal how you really see God and how you think He sees you. Now, go be great today, because the greater one lives in you. Be blessed.